All right, now this is the second part of the nutrition lecture. So I want to ask you, what do a glass of VH juice, a bottle of Flintstones tablets, an orange, and a carrot have in common? Well, let's see. Ta-da! They all contain vitamins and minerals. Vitamins and minerals are also known as micronutrients. They're known as micronutrients. So let's go to the board for a moment, our makeshift board, and let's talk about the micronutrients. The micronutrients are taken in small quantities. So why are they taken in small quantities as opposed to the macronutrients? Okay, well, the thing is, would you down a whole bottle of one a day tablets or Geritol within one single day? Better yet, within one single hour, a whole bottle of that. Of course not. Think of, would you take a whole bottle of panties and start to swallow all of them? No, it will put your body in shock, right? So that's how I want you to think of micronutrients. That's why they're taken in small quantities. If they're taken in larger dosages as as fast carbs and proteins, how you would digest them, then your body would definitely go into shock, and that's normal, of course. So the micronutrients, as I showed you earlier, are vitamins and minerals. Okay, let's talk about the vitamins for a moment. In contrast to the minerals, which are non-organic and non-edible, we're talking now about things that we can easily consume, like the orange, carrots, and the vegetable juice. Now, these are the different types of fat-soluble vitamins. We know them as A, D, E, and K, but we need to know them specifically by their actual given names. So A is known as retinol, and retinol is needed for vision. One example was the one I just showed you, a carrot, right? Carrots are great for healthy vision. D. D can be obtained by drinking milk because milk helps us to absorb calcium, especially for our bones and teeth. E. Tocopherol is an antioxidant and is needed for body maintenance, our hair, skin, nails, stuff like that. And eating avocados and kiwi are just a few types of foods that we can eat just to get that vitamin E. And finally, we have a natural band-aid, nature's own band-aid, to coagulate the blood, just to bring all the blood cells together, so just to make sure that there isn't any profuse bleeding. And definitely, you eat your spinach, Popeye the Sailor Man type of stuff, right? Okay. Now, that's fat soluble. Now, let's talk about water soluble for a moment. Water soluble vitamins include the B vitamins and, of course, vitamin C, which is also known as absorbic acid. I just listed a few of them as examples. B2 releases energy through metabolism, breaking down fats, proteins, and carbohydrates, all macronutrients. Vitamin C, however, builds body tissue through protein metabolism. So, for those who are gym rats, you can build muscle tissue through breaking down protein. That's catabolism. We can talk about catabolism um, tomorrow as well, Tuesday. Okay, B12, which we all hear about. Hey, this is the development of certain cells in our bodies, but they can also help in the function of the nervous system too. So the spinal cord, the nerves, ganglia, glial cells, and stuff like that. And fat and carbohydrate metabolism is very, very much responsible for the development of B12. And finally, pirates definitely needed a lot of this stuff. Vitamin C. Without vitamin C, you would have just developed, if you were pirates, you would have developed what was called scurvy. Scurvy has to do with having bloody gums and weakened joints. So C C is definitely responsible for helping to keep our joints healthy and strong along with our gums. Now, you're going to come across sometimes that you're going to have some clients with certain eating disorders. If you remember the Olsen twins, for those who are a little older, if you remember the Carpenters, the woman who was the lead singer of the Carpenters, they all developed what's called anorexia nervosa. Anorexics tend to have low body weight, low lean body mass, or muscle tissue. And also, they have a fear of becoming overweight or obese. Okay? Now, in comparison, bulimia nervosa, bulimics still, like the anorexics, have a fear of being overweight and obese, but instead of running on the treadmill 15 hours or something like, or just not eating like an anorexic, bulimics tend to vomit food on purpose. Okay, so they regurgitate a lot of food they consume, but they do it privately. They don't want anyone to know that they're vomiting food that they just digested. Okay, the problem with bulimia is a lot of hydrochloric acid goes right up the gastrointestinal tract, and that definitely erodes it. So just be careful. Just be careful if you work with a client who's a bulimic. And finally, binge eating. Binge eating, in contrast to the other two, this is more of a compulsive act of consuming food. They don't regurgitate. They don't run on the treadmill. They constantly eat and eat and eat. This is definitely um, an extreme form of stress eating. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know, since we are on the topic of nutrition, you're going to have clients who are anorexic, who are bulimic, or who indulge in self-destructive behavior as binge eating. Okay, this is chapter 4 in a nutshell. We will discuss chapter 5 on Tuesday, and I hope to see you then. Take care.